Sigma males may be some of the deepest thinkers on Earth, characterized by their lone wolf lifestyle and a desire to navigate life's path according to their own rules, rather than conforming to societal expectations. Their highly analytical minds and objective thinking enable them to dissect problems, analyze scenarios, and approach life with a unique and thoughtful perspective. However, this intense focus on intellectual exploration and self-reliance can sometimes lead to a few late-in-life realizations. While they may be considered wise beyond their years, there are still a few things that many Sigma males end up learning later on in life that they wish they knew earlier. These late-learned lessons don't detract from the Sigma's strength or wisdom. Instead, they add a layer of complexity and humanity, revealing that even the most independent and analytical among us are continually growing and evolving. So, what are some of these lessons learned too late? Well, in this video, I'll be discussing 7 life lessons Sigma males learn too late in life. Be sure to like and subscribe. Number 1. You must abandon perfectionism in order to grow. Society often brainwashes us with the belief that quality is always more important than quantity, but this mindset can sometimes hinder progress and even demotivate us from even taking the first step. For example, consider 2 authors, one who publishes an article every day, receiving feedback and criticism from readers, and another who spends months perfecting a single piece, hesitating to publish it out of fear it's not perfect. It's clear that the first author will develop more rapidly, refining skills through consistent practice, applying the feedback, and real-world application through repetitive practice. The truth is that quantity often builds the skill which eventually leads to quality. It's a cycle of growth that requires letting go of the desire for immediate perfection and embracing the messy, rewarding process of continual improvement. This realization may come later to some Sigma males, but it's a potent reminder that perfectionism can be a barrier rather than a path to excellence. Number 2. It's perfectly fine to be selfish. The term selfish often carries negative connotations, portrayed as synonymous with being rude or inconsiderate. However, this perspective can be misleading and is often spouted by those only interested in virtue signaling. In truth, being selfish doesn't have to entail disregard for others. Rather, it's about prioritizing oneself, recognizing that at the end of the day, the only person who has your back 100% is yourself. This form of self-interest can be vital for personal growth and self-preservation. People who fear being labeled as selfish can end up being taken advantage of or even walked all over by others. Sigmas eventually learn that it's okay to be selfish and look out for themselves first. After all, if you spend your entire life catering to others, you will have neglected yourself, which creates a paradox in the sense that your neglected self can't help others as effectively as you could if you had put your own priorities first. Just like in airplanes, put your own oxygen mask on first before assisting others. Number 3. Holding on to anger and resentment does nothing. A lesson that some Sigma males may come to understand a bit too late in life is the realization that holding onto anger and resentment is a fruitless expenditure of emotional energy. Such feelings might seem justifiable in the heat of the moment, but over time, they can become corrosive, eating away at peace of mind without offering anything productive in return. The ironic truth is that the more anger and resentment one harbors towards someone, the more power one unwittingly gives them. That person may be completely unaware or indifferent to these feelings, living their life without a second thought, while the one holding the grudge remains consumed and torn up. Recognizing this dynamic can be a profound awakening, leading to a more deliberate choice to let go of these emotions and instead focus on what can be controlled, influenced, or enjoyed. It's a shift from being trapped by the past to being engaged with the present, a transition that represents not only personal growth, but also a reclaiming of one's own power and emotional freedom. Sigmas have learned to forgive, but they never forget. Number 4. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Sigma males, often characterized as lone wolves and highly self-reliant, can struggle with the notion of asking for help. Their independence and determination to manage everything on their own might even make them view seeking assistance as a sign of weakness. However, as they mature and gain wisdom through experience, many Sigmas come to realize that asking for help is not only okay but sometimes essential. It doesn't diminish their strength or self-reliance. Instead, it represents an understanding of their own limitations and a willingness to leverage the expertise or support of others when necessary. This shift in perspective can be a profound growth point, revealing that strength is not just about standing alone but also knowing when to reach out and connect with others. It's a lesson in humility, collaboration, and the recognition that even the most capable individuals can benefit from the insights, skills, and compassion of those around them. Number 5. Stop comparing your struggle to others. As Sigma males grow and mature, they often come to a pivotal realization that comparing their struggles to the struggles of others is not only unhelpful but can be damaging. While younger Sigma males might be inclined to weigh their hardships and adversities against those of others around them, believing their own to be more significant, wiser Sigma males come to understand that struggles and problems are relative. What may seem minor or trivial to one person might be of profound importance to another. Comparing personal trials creates a disconnect and makes it difficult to empathize and relate to others, potentially straining relationships. The wise Sigma recognizes the uniqueness of each individual's journey and learns to respect and validate the challenges that others face, regardless of how they might appear on the surface. This acceptance fosters a more compassionate and understanding approach to human interactions and enriches their connections with others. Number 6. Rooting for others' success does not undermine your own. Sigma males eventually learn that success is not a zero-sum game. In their earlier stages, their ambitious drive might lead them to view others' successes as threats to their own. However, with maturity and reflection, many Sigma males recognize that rooting for others to succeed does not undermine or diminish their own achievements. Instead, they come to see that there's room for many at the top, and that the success of others does not hinder their progress. This realization fosters a shift in mindset, leading to a more collaborative and uplifting environment. They learn that by celebrating the accomplishments of those around them, they contribute to a positive atmosphere where people support and elevate each other. In the long run, this approach not only enriches their personal and professional relationships, but also enhances their own ability to thrive and find fulfillment. Number 7. Stop taking things so seriously. As Sigma males navigate through life, they may initially approach situations with an intense seriousness, holding themselves to exacting standards and fixating on every detail. However, many older and wiser Sigmas come to eventually realize that this approach may be counterproductive. The grand scheme of existence is vast, and human lives, with all their complexities and imperfections, occupy only a fleeting moment on the cosmic timescale. Older, wiser Sigma males learn to recognize the pointlessness of taking everything to heart. They embrace the ability to laugh at themselves, to accept mistakes and flaws, and to find joy in the quirks and imperfections that make life interesting and human. By adopting a more relaxed and playful attitude towards life, they find a deeper connection with others and a more enriching, fulfilling existence. Do you agree with the points I made in this video? Let me know in the comments. For more videos on Sigma males, check out some other videos on this channel. Thank you for watching. For those looking to achieve greatness, like the video and subscribe for more. We upload multiple times per week. Click here to see the childhood struggles of Sigma males.